This is the Matthew and Sons Arcticus in the Blizzard White. Here we are again, who would have thought? Same shitty setup, brand new shiny watch. Well, not so brand new. I've had this for about 4 months now. Got it straight after the Kickstarter campaign finished. And man, I tell you what a cracking watch this is. This is the Blizzard White version. It comes in a bunch of other colours. Some of them are really cool. There's a really nice salmon dial too. But I wanted something a bit more utilitarian, a bit more everyday. So I went for the white. It comes in an IKEA Hydro Flask, which they provide. It's actually pretty cool. Nice little touch. Comes with a tool, which I'll put a photo on screen now of. It's pretty good. It helps with adjusting bracelets and such. I've used it a couple times. It sits on my keys. It's bent a little bit already, but it still works perfectly fine. And it comes in this branded canvas watch roll, which you can never get enough of. These things are awesome. I've got a bunch of them in mine around. 4 pockets. I've taken it places. It works. Nice little touch. And the branding, little leather bit there. Nice. It also comes on this bracelet. Now, as you can see, I haven't even worn it. It's still in its plastic. The bracelet's nice, very well finished. Heaps of micro adjust. Milled. Clasp. Some people don't like a clasp. I like a clasp. Double pusher, always nice. Solid end links. And most importantly, besides the branding, which I quite like, it has screw links. Not sure if you can see that, but screw links, which are so much better than any crappy push-pull or pin and collar system. Screw links should just be the standard. It does also have the honor, the bracelet, of being one of the hardest bracelets I have ever taken off a watch in my life. That thing was perfectly fitted to this watch. And it's a bit of a shame I take it off, but I'm not really a bracelet guy. I've got it on this ridged NATO. Works for me. I really like it. Let's get it off. Look at that. This thing, I know the term strap monster gets thrown around a lot, but this thing really is unbelievable in how versatile it is. It really does it all. I've got it on the navy because I think it just pops a bit more, makes that second blue hand pop. And the text on there, and the little touches of blue. But that's what I wear it on. It's your classic 40, 20, 47 lug to lug, super wearable, 11 mil thick. It's great. This thing is just, calling it a daily driver is almost a disservice to how good this watch is. Let's talk negatives. Let's start with that. There's not a lot on this watch really at all. It's super good. Only thing, no drilled lugs. Would have liked drilled lugs. Always love good drilled lugs. They're not here on this one. And the loom. The loom is good. The loom is pretty, it's good. I'll put it in a loom shot now. It just fades quite quickly. Now, if you've been outside or you've given it a hit with a torch or something, I've woken up at 4 a.m. and I can still read it. That's because that sandwich dial keeps that loom. But I found it drops its brightness quite quickly and settles at a lower level. It'll keep that lower level for a long time, but it'll just drop quite quickly. I know it's not a diver. It is a field watch. 150 meters though. That's pretty good. Screw down crown. Signed screw down crown. But yeah, the loom it's very good. Don't get me wrong. It's very good. It's just, I feel like with the sandwich dial, it could have been better. Let's talk about the watch. Fully brushed, super nice brushing, satinized kind of finish. Really nice, even all the way across. Very well finished. Hides fingerprints really well. Doesn't show scratches very much. I really like it. Case back. It's got this ice caps kind of design. Really nicely etched in. Doesn't feel rough at all, which is good. Standard spec sheet across the board there. The dial, 12369, classic, can't go wrong. Really nicely done. The dial on this is super, super crisp. They've got this minute track around the edge every 5 minutes. And light blue, that light blue theme carries across this whole watch. Seconds hand text, that minute track. The outline of the indices is a great touch. In some lights, this thing just absolutely pops. The dial is super legible, one of the best field watches I own by far. This thing, it's really hard to take off the wrist. It's nothing incredible, but it just does everything right. I have taken this thing land, sea, air. It has been diving, it has been fishing, hiking, camping. It's got maybe 1 or 2 nicks on the whole thing from all of that. It is incredible. Wears perfectly, wears great on a variety of straps. I'm sure I'll throw some of them photos in there. Man, super, super wonderful. The hands, I don't even know what you would call them, but the brushing on them is cool. Really, really nice. It's got under anti-reflective, which is nice. It does a pretty good job. I always want a bit more anti-reflective, but plays with the light super nicely. I chuck it on a bunch of navy straps quite often, but on black, those indices really stand out a lot more if you put it on a black. I've had it on rubber, nylon, I've had it on canvas, everything except metal, pretty much. This thing really does it. Movement, Miyota 9039, keeps pretty well. Mine came out the box about +8 seconds a day, which, I mean, you can't fault that at all. I'm happy with that. I don't need to go in the back and regulate that. +8, super happy with that. The rotor noise. I know people have an issue with the rotor noise on these Miyotas being loud. The one on my Baltic Jewel Crown is loud. This one, super quiet. I don't know if it's got something to do with the case architecture or what, but man, this one, super, super quiet. I barely ever hear that thing spinning in this watch. Love it. You also get 2 years warranty with Matthew and Sons. It doesn't come with any card or anything like that. I'm sure proof of purchase is just their warranty, but I didn't get anything of that kind with it, but that's fine. I haven't had any issues with this. I doubt I will. Miyota, can't go wrong. Super cool watch. I love it. Looks great on wrist. Even on a 2-pass NATO, like this Ridge NATO, the thickness is barely there. Let's get some other guys. It's good old Baltic. You can see side by side. This is 39 mils, but I mean, look at that. The size is pretty comparable. It wears really nicely. It doesn't even look that big. The thickness on that, can't even tell. It's great. Look at that. It's awesome. Here's that thickness on an SKX. You can see, absolutely good. No problems at all on that one. So should you get this watch? Yeah, I think it's an absolute cracker. Like I said, it's barely left my wrist. It's amazing. It does everything. It's just so utilitarian. Goes with so many outfits. Absolutely built like a machine. This thing has just really saved me so many times. You need a go-to everyday watch. This is definitely what I would recommend. It's a shame I haven't seen many videos about this because the dial colors that it comes in, the different varieties, it's great and it really deserves a bit more recognition that it's getting. The company, Matthew and Sons, MAS, they're good. From the communication I've had with them, there's been no problems. I know they were delayed with the Kickstarter. They had a couple production issues, but nothing that bothered me. This thing is just a cracker, and I wish more people would get around it. Here it is on my 6.5-inch wrist. As you can see, the double pass barely adds any thickness. The downturn of these lugs is amazing. It's super, super comfortable, fits perfectly. I wear this thing all the time. Looks gorgeous on that NATO. Thinking about brushing the keepers on this strap to match the case, that case finishing. But this is not a strap review, this is a watch review. I definitely recommend this watch. Super good jack of all trades. Does everything I need it to do perfectly well. Wears like a treat. Bigger wrists can get away with it, smaller wrists can get away with it. No issues at all with it. Super, super happy. So that is the Matthew and Sons Arcticus. I'm sure I'll be back in a few months with another watch video because you know what, guys, we can't stop buying them. It's an obsession, it's an illness. I think we're sick. We're all sick in the head. Thanks for watching.